The Thing About Oliver, Chapter 21. Senior Sergeant Fawcett rubs his bald head. Miss Roberts, I'm not sure you understand. At this stage in our search, every minute is crucial. I know this is his polite way of saying I think it's a crazy idea. Mum swallows hard. I'm well aware of how long my son has been missing, Senior Sergeant, but also know that no amount of officers, dogs, boats or helicopters have been able to find him so far. Tilly knows Oliver better than anyone. If she thinks the sound of a rubbish truck might bring Oliver out from wherever he's hiding, I think we should try it. Something warm flickers inside of me. Senior Sergeant Fawcett looks thoughtfully. Finally he stands up. He looks from Mum to me and then pulls out his mobile phone. Mum, Aunt Janine and I follow Senior Sergeant Fawcett and both constables down the front steps. The owl hoots like crazy as we all file past. We cross the lawn and gather on the footpath in the moonlight. Then we wait. It's so quiet out there now. The sirens and flashing lights have been switched off. The helicopter has gone and nobody is shouting Oliver's names. I strain my ears, trying to catch the first sounds of the rubbish truck. For once, Ollie isn't here to let me know. I'm glad Senior Sergeant Fawcett listened to me. If Ollie is nearby, I know that he will be relieved that all the noises have stopped, and more importantly, he'll be able to hear the truck. Across the road, some neighbours are talking in a huddle. I glare at them. Rubbernecks. Why don't they just mind their own business? Then I recognise the two kids that I saw a few days ago standing with them. The red-braided girl isn't wearing swimmers though. She is in her pyjamas this time. Aunt Janine sees me staring at them and squeezes my shoulder. What are they all doing here? I hiss. Aunt Janine looks at me with surprise. They care, Tilly. They know Oliver is my nephew and they are worried about him too. That takes me by surprise. I never thought they might actually care about him. I just thought they were being nosy. There was a low rumble. We all turn around to the sound. A rubbish truck rolls up the street, much faster than it should. It reaches the top of the street and turns, heading back towards us. It's going too fast, I tell Senior Sergeant Fawcett. He waves it down and it screeches to a halt outside our house. Senior Sergeant Fawcett steps up and speaks to the driver. When the truck takes off again, it looks and sounds like an actual rubbish truck instead of a racing truck. We all watch in silence as the truck completes a second lap up and down the street, but something isn't right. It's only making the rumble. Then it hits me. The bins. There is no screeching of brakes, no clunk 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 of bins being picked up and emptied, and no shh as they are placed back on the curb. Oliver needs to hear all of these sounds to know it's rubbish day. I run down the street shouting at the top of my lungs, everyone put your bins out please, put your bins out quickly. While the huddle of adults all stand and stare at me, the red-headed girl and her brother take off running. They disappear around the side of the house and reappear a moment later, dragging a wheelie bin between them. Mum and Aunt Janine have realised that the bins are just as important as the rubbish truck too. They run up and down, knocking on the doors, asking everyone on the street to put their bins out. Soon the whole street is alive with excited chatter and rumbling noises of bins being dragged to the curb in the dark. When every house has a bin out front, the chatter dwindles into a hush. The rubbish truck rumbles down the street. It screeches to a halt outside each house. There is a loud clunk, clunk, clunk as each bin is lifted and emptied, and then a shh as it's placed back on the curb. I close my eyes. Yes, now it sounds exactly like rubbish day back home. There is nothing to do now but wait and hope. The truck rumbles along the street and back up the other side until every bin is emptied. People coming out of their houses with more rubbish for the truck to collect as it begins the second lap of the street. But after the third lap, there is nothing more to bring out. The driver keeps going, emptying the already empty bins. Half an hour passes, then an hour. People are getting restless now. The neighbours peer up and down the street, gathering in huddles and speaking in whispers. I know what they're thinking, that my idea is not working, that the police should have listened to me. I shouldn't have listened to me, sorry. What if they were right? What if Oliver is too far away to hear the rubbish truck? Or what if it's already too late? I think of divers searching the cold, dark rivers, pulling a small, soaked body out of the water. Panic rises in my chest again. I shake the image from my mind. Ollie has to be nearby. He will hear the rubbish truck, and when he hears it, I know he will come. The truck does a few more laps, but there's still no sign of Ollie. Then it's another hour, then 3 hours. Many people have gone back into their homes. Even the nice girl with the red braids has gone probably to bed. The truck driver pulls over, and Senior Sergeant Fawcett crosses the street to talk to him again. Aunt Janine is crying now. She and Mum are holding each other. I squeeze my eyes shut, but the tears seep through the closed eyes and roll down my cheeks. Where are you, Ollie? It's rubbish day. The truck has come to empty bins. I rub my eyes away and open my eyes. The sky isn't black anymore, but bluish. The moon is gone. A bat flaps past us heavily on its way back to the river. It's almost dawn. And that's the end of chapter 1.